All righty. Good morning. Good morning. It's time to start our beautiful Monday morning meditation. It is, for some people, a holiday because it's Columbus Day in some places. It is Indigenous Peoples Day in some places. And some people still have to work. And it doesn't really matter, but I love this day because it's kind of like the official start of fall. It's definitely been starting, but it's kind of like, okay, it's definitely fall now. Like the trees will always be changing right now. So I can feel that changing of the season energy, which is fresh, the coffee outside on the crisp morning. So we're going to just kind of enjoy that kind of evolution of the season, the change that's in the air today. But first, we're going to start off with just kind of settling in. As you guys know, there's no rules to this meditation. You can sit, you can lay down, you can have your eyes open, they can be closed, you can be drinking coffee. You can even have your pen and paper so you can write things down, because sometimes if I haven't meditated in a while, as soon as my body comes, I'm like rushed with all the good ideas. And then I think I am going to remember them and then I don't. So I oftentimes like to have the pen and paper if I'm meditating for the first time in a while. So what we're going to do here is start off with 3 deep breaths any way you want. And you get to wiggle around, see if you can be more comfy. Double check with yourself. Do you need an extra pillow? Do you need a blankie? Do you need some socks? Do you need to put the heat up? Do you need to move your butt cheeks out of the way? You made it. You made it. So the first thing I want you to do, or invite you to do, is kind of like a silent internal head nod to yourself. Like, good job. You did it again. You made it to the meditation. You have a good intention for the day. You did it. You're sitting here, you're breathing. You're setting your intention for the day. You are wanting a good day. You're knowing it's possible. I like to check in with myself when I start a meditation. Not to judge, not to try to be different, just what's going on the inside. Are you feeling hopeful? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling relief? Does it feel choppy and full of energy on the inside? Or do you feel a sense of calm? And one little thing we're going to do this morning is we're going to do a separation in the mind. So as we sit here with our eyes closed, we are probably thinking like, oh, my back hurts, or, oh, this is nice, or I don't know if I can sit still, or I got a lot of things to do, but I know this is good for me. Or this is really nice. I'm so excited I'm doing this. I'm feeling really good. And even though those things seem like they're coming from you, those are actually thoughts that are created in your brain. Those are literally neurotransmitters. And even though those thoughts might be nice for you, maybe they seem like they're you, they're actually not you. And so who are you actually? You are the being that can observe that you are doing this. So as your eyes are closed, we're going to take a minute here and try to observe what you're thinking. Try to be that being on the other side of the glass wall that's watching what you're doing, watching what you're saying. And this can be a little tricky if this is the first time you've ever done this, but that is totally normal. And things are never as hard or as convoluted as the first time. So just hang in here and don't worry about if you're doing a good job, if it's working or not. But what we want to do is ask ourselves, if I for me, it feels like I'm centering myself in my behind my eyes. And I can kind of maybe think, which is still my brain, but say to myself, can I observe? Can I wait and watch the next thought? What is the next thought that's going to cross my mind? And as you think of something, maybe you have a blank space in your mind for 2 or 3 seconds. Maybe you immediately are thinking about all sorts of things, but let's just try for just 1 minute. If we can start, it's like, think of like an Oreo cookie, right? We're just going to twist the Oreo cookie apart, and it's still Oreo cookie, but we can kind of separate it a little bit. So this is just an exercise to start separating who we really are, which is an observer, and our brain, which is a tool. And our brain desperately wants to do a good job. Our brain is like a little dog that is like, I really want to do a good job. I want to think. I want to please you. I want to please you. And my job is to think. And so I'm going to think. I'm going to think. I'm going to think. And it's the same thing as our heart. Our heart wants to beat. Our heart wants to push blood through our system. Our lungs want to breathe. Our brain wants to think. And that can be a really good thing, a really, really good thing, a really powerful tool. But our brain is also like the little doggy who needs some training, So we are in control of it. We are able to activate it. We are able to decide how to flex it, when we want it to work, when it needs some correction, when it needs some training, when it needs some boundaries, and be aware. Be aware of what this brain is doing. And the first step to being able to do this is peeling apart that Oreo cookie and separating your thoughts from you. And the best thing you can do to do that is ask, can I wiggle into an observer? Can I watch myself? Can I be on standby to see what my brain is going to do next? So we are going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to be silent for about a minute or two. And the point here is not to not think. You can do whatever, your brain can do whatever it wants. We're not trying to simmer down thoughts. What we want to do is exercise the part of our awareness that is the observer. So take a deep breath in and watch what your brain is up to. Be the observer. What it's like for me when I do this is, as I am intently in the observer position, it's kind of hard for there to be very active thoughts because it's something I'm intentionally doing. It's like a muscle that I'm flexing. But then I can feel this like push and pull of my brain wanting to think and wanting to think thoughts. And then as I observe them, sometimes I just observe them and I'm kind of laughing at myself because I'm just thinking this long story. But sometimes, since I've been doing this for a while, as I observe them, they kind of fizzle out. And so this is like a game. This is like a video game. And this is a kind of meditation that is very active. And so this is a really great exercise to start practicing. Start practicing for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe get up to 5 or 10 minutes where you're actively just trying to observe. You will find that you are very, very, very busy during that kind of meditation because you are constantly being aware. But as you do this exercise, you are learning to separate you from your thoughts, which is a really powerful tool for your law of attraction practice. And so we're just did a little bit of it right now, a little bit of a intro to you. And I suggest and invite you to just maybe try to do that often, right? For a minute, for a minute in the middle of the day, for, 2 minutes in the night, in the evening, nothing too long, because this is just a fun little exercise. So let's take a deep breath in and appreciate ourselves. Wow, I'm on this journey. I am on this journey. It's fall time. It's a season change. The energy is changing. The air is changing. What a perfect time for me to breathe and relax and let there be a changing of energy in my body. Let me change and float away from my old stories just as easily and naturally as the changing of the seasons. The leaves are all changing colors and dropping. And maybe you have some chronic thoughts or some stories or explanations about why you are where you are. And if they're deep, or if you've been practicing them for a long time, yes, it might be tricky to just have that vanish in one sit down. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to gently let our leaves over the course of a period of time change colors, evolve, and then float and drop away. You guys are on your path. I am on my path. We are all on our path. And isn't that beautiful? Isn't that amazing? We can appreciate, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it so wonderful that there's an ebb and flow to the world? Isn't it wonderful that we're never trapped in stagnant waters? Isn't it wonderful that there's always this constant invitation to change and breathe and grow? And as we appreciate ourselves, and as we appreciate that this is actually how the world works, which means nothing is keeping me back other than myself, which means I can have anything and I can be on any path, because it's all about this internal energy management. Appreciation is a powerful tool, powerful tool. Appreciation is like this magic elixir. Appreciation is like a witch's potion. Like you're brewing something up, right? Like when I'm starting off in a state of neutrality, and then I really want to shift into appreciation, it's like I'm brewing up, right? This magical thing where I'm just sitting there breathing and finding any damn thing I can to appreciate. Because in the state of appreciating, lack does not exist. The energy of not having something cannot exist. You cannot have two opposing energies at any given time. And that's why we can never stop doing anything. We can never stop. We can never get away from anything, because in our awareness of that thing, whether we want it or not, we are energetically activating it. So if we do have something we want to stop doing, the only thing that we actually can do is activate something else, activate love, activate appreciation for, write it down, any damn thing. The trees, the mums, the pumpkins, the coffee, the tea, the macaroni and cheese, the salad, the friendships, the cozy seat, the trip you have scheduled, somebody cute in your life, anything. As long as we are activating the appreciation for anything, lack energy cannot exist. And think of lack energy like a fire. If you look at it, you are giving it oxygen to burn. If you look away from it and you deprive it of oxygen, it will fizzle out. And that's why it's really nice with law of attraction. We never have to stop trying to do anything. Most of the time, we're activating love, appreciation, abundance, joy, growth, things that are natural to us, things that are natural to the entire world. And when we do that, we tingle and it feels right, because for that time, we are returning to who we really are, which are beings of love, powerful beings of love who are here for the fun of it. Powerful beings of love who are here for the fun of it. I invite you to kind of smile a little right now. Just a little turn of the cheeks up, a little smirk, because I know that resonates. We are beings of love who are here for the fun of it. And when we act this way, it feels good. And that is our biggest signal that indeed we're on the right path. When you appreciate something, you are activating the having energy of it. Anything you appreciate has to stay with you, because energetically you are always matched with what your energy is. So if you appreciate the beauty of something, you are gluing beauty to yourself. If you are appreciating and just loving and enjoying things you have, you are holding them active in your vibration. So what do you want to appreciate today? What do you want to giggle about to yourself because you love it so much? This is such a great time for us to put our brain into action, right? Okay, brain, I now need to think about something. I would like to think about what I would like to appreciate. Now go. And our brain starts working and says, oh, I love having a job. I love having a job. All right, well, you appreciate this and that and this and that and this and that. And then you can say, thank you. Okay, you can rest now. Now I'm just going to kind of chill and appreciate. I love this. 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 This feels good. Feels good to feel good. Feels good to feel good. And as you notice your energy right now, as you notice what you have brewed up this powerful energy as you sit feeling good, feeling like you have hope and power and ability, as you appreciate yourself. When you appreciate yourself for doing the work, you activate that part of you. And then it's easier and easier to do the work because you're appreciating that you're doing it. And then you create that momentum. Now you're somebody who does this all the time. Now you're somebody who's feeling good all the time. Look at your energy right now. Bottle this up. This is your potion. Remember how this feels. You're going to use it all that day today. You're going to use it throughout the week. You know that you all have the ability to conjure these feelings up. I think a good handful of you who are with me right now, you're on my membership site, which means within a few hours, this recording of this meditation will be up and you can pull this out anytime you want, anytime you want. Maybe you want to listen to the same thing, Monday through Friday in the morning. So then it really sinks in. You can do that. So we'll take 2 more deep breaths and start wiggling out of our meditation. So I invite you to move how you want to move, open your eyes, take your breaths. Stretch. Oh yeah. I saw that one, Brandon. Was that a good neck crack? It feels good. Thank you so much for being with me here today, you guys. I'll see you next week.